Hello, welcome back to A Boring Revolution, your number one news source for everything in regards to The Boring Company. Back at you with another video, and today's video is a business-focused video. Where in the hell are we going to expand? Presently, we have one project in Las Vegas, and that one project is doing beautifully well ahead of schedule, but where do we go after Las Vegas? Do we focus on all the other projects that we've got as a backlog, or do we focus solely on Las Vegas, or do we move overseas? Today's episode is going to focus on where I think we need to go if we want to turn the Boring Company into a $30 billion business. And the focus needs to be mostly inside the United States of America. So, what strategy will work best for the Boring Company? So, let's focus on what we need to do in the short term, the medium term, and then the long term. Every good strategy works as such. Short term, medium term, long term. Now, that's fluid. It will change your strategy, but you need to be focused on what you do short to medium term and then have a long term vision. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what you do, you will fail. So, 2020 to 2021. So we're looking at a 2-year period there. We want to focus on expansion in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, there's quite a lot of people that live in Las Vegas. It is a growing city. The governors like us. We've got people supporting us there, the casinos, the airports. Let's focus on connecting up all those various places. Let's take advantage of the situation we are in now. And let's build a system of at least 16 to 20 miles inside Las Vegas, maybe more than that, maybe closer to 27, 28 miles, and then focus on getting lots and lots of autonomous electric vehicles in Las Vegas, using that system, turning a nice profit. After that, we will remain focused on Las Vegas, but we also want to focus on the Washington to Baltimore project. The Washington to Baltimore project is in the background being worked on via the Boring Company and the people in Washington, D.C. And the long-term vision for that project is to expand from Washington to Baltimore and then possibly up towards New York. I don't think they're going to go into New York, possibly go into Jersey and kind of focus on that area there, because that is quite a heavy commuter belt and there's definitely money to be made providing a service in that corridor. So again, it's 3 years of focus on Las Vegas and Washington to Baltimore. At this stage, I would like to see the Las Vegas tunnel network in excess of 40 miles, somewhere in that kind of region. At that point, we've probably just about, I wouldn't say saturated the market, but we've taken all the low-hanging fruit in Las Vegas. Most of the profit we've extracted from that city. So we need to then focus on other cities, Washington, Baltimore, maybe going up north towards Jersey, near New York. So, 2025 to 2039. This is the absolute critical point for the Boring Company if it wants to become that $30 billion company. It's got to focus on large cities that are growing fairly consistently in the USA. There is an absolutely plethora of opportunity in the USA. So many cities are growing at a rapid pace. It even surprised me when I looked at the numbers. And there's just so much low-hanging fruit in the USA. Quite a good few states have big cities that are growing at a good rate, and the opportunities there are outstanding. We need to focus on that area. After that, we can focus on expanding into Europe, so hopefully into the United Kingdom as well, Germany, France, Spain, some of the Central European cities, also Mexico. I think Mexico should probably come before Europe. Maybe a focus on the 2 or 3 biggest cities in Mexico. So obviously Mexico City is a nice, easy target. India, So many expanding cities in India to go at, Brazil, and of course China. So here are a list of the biggest cities. It's the order is determined by the population, but the most important thing for me is the change in population over that 9-year period. So, 10 years, isn't it? 10-year period. So, as you can see, we have Houston, Texas, which is a beautiful, beautiful city. 10.48% growth. So it's averaging around 1%, 1.05% per year in growth. That's a nice target for the Boring Company. Phoenix, Arizona. I never knew Phoenix was that big. I was aware of Phoenix, never aware that it was that big. And the growth in Phoenix is incredible. Philadelphia is a good city. The growth isn't great, but it's a big city, so it's definitely an opportunity there. But San Antonio, Texas, again, 16.5%. Dallas, obviously, again, in Texas. A lot of cities in Texas, so it makes sense with Tesla being probably headquartered in Texas to then expand into these cities in Texas. San Jose, there has been a project proposed in San Jose. That hopefully will still be on the an option for the Boring Company to expand into San Jose. There's lots of other smaller cities in California that can be linked up. So I think California and Texas should be the focus initially. Austin, Texas, obviously maybe even a connection to the new Gigafactory in Texas. Jacksonville, Florida, I don't know very much about Jacksonville. It has a very, very quick growing population and a big population. Fort Worth, Texas, North Carolina, Indianapolis, and obviously Washington. We've got our project in Washington coming up. Exceptional growth there. Colorado as well, I've not included that. And Washington, Seattle is a kind of a strange one because it's quite densely packed and it might be difficult in that area. So that one is probably not one of the first ones I would go after. I definitely want to go after Denver and El Paso and Indianapolis and probably Charlotte. Look at that growth, 21%. These are smaller cities in the USA, but definitely there's good opportunity for making money here. Nashville, again, good growth. Oklahoma City, good growth. Las Vegas. So just think, Las Vegas is going to give us some excellent growth, and it's well down on the list. I believe it's 27th in terms of population in the whole of the USA. Lots and lots of cities here. These cities here with declining populations, maybe want to avoid these initially. There's probably good reason why the populations are declining. Detroit especially. Detroit was near 1 million inhabitants at one point. So again, not a city I would recommend expanding into. At least not in the first 30 years. Albuquerque, not great growth. Georgia. Now, a city like Georgia would be the perfect opportunity for the Boring Company. That is outstanding growth. They will very, very quickly go above 600,000 in the next 10 years. Same goes for Mesa in Arizona. Massive expansion. Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida is like a party city. I think that would be a great opportunity. Raleigh, North Carolina. The thing to notice here is Oakland, California, Long Beach, California, Sacramento, California, Fresno, California. These are not a million miles apart. There's going to be an opportunity to connect them all up at some point. So I think that should be the focus as well. So when you look at these lists, there's big opportunities here. Plenty of places where we can expand. And this kind of comes to my summary here. There really is so much easy money for the taking there in terms of cities with growing populations and also poor public transport options, we could go in there, really take over. The Boring Company should focus on those cities there with the big growth potential and populations in excess of 500,000. So, to summarise, lots and lots of viable cities. Out of that list, I consider 32 of them to be viable opportunities. There's definitely 10 in there that are absolutely stunning opportunities that we should go after first. Places like Texas, California, Phoenix as well, Dallas, Austin. Population growth for me personally is the most critical thing, because if we can take over one of these cities and then go into the suburbs and provide the main source of mass transit in those cities, the possibilities for expansion are potentially exponential, and you could easily end up with a city like Phoenix having in excess of 100 miles of tunnels. So that in itself is just a phenomenal opportunity for making money. In my personal opinion, the population sweet spot for the Boring Company is between 500,000 and 1.4 million. All the cities in that kind of region there that have got growth in excess of 2 to 3% per decade, they should be targeted first. And definitely, it's just an easy opportunity. We should be focusing on cities that are pro-growth, that have potentially got governors that are leaning towards low taxes and want to encourage people to set up in their cities and in their states. You know what I'm saying there? Write in the comments below what you think I know what I'm saying there, or what you think that I am saying there. So that is what I think. I personally think if I was going to give, say, a top 3, I would say Austin in Texas, Phoenix. What else did I like? I like Georgia. So let's look at that one. Atlanta, Georgia, I think should be definitely number 3 on that list. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this video. A lot of points to talk about here. So please share this video with your friends online. That helps grow the channel. If you've got a Twitter page, please post the video on there so people can watch it. Join me on Discord, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to email me as well, please do so if you've got ideas for the Boring Company. I appreciate some feedback on my ideas. What do you think is the best city in the USA to expand into? Tell me below. Maybe give me a list of your top 5 cities. That'd be pretty cool. And my Patreons, as you know, I've got lots and lots of Patreons at the moment who continue to support the channel and invest in me and the channel's growth, which is doing very, very well at the moment. We are getting close to those 4,000 subscribers to YouTube. Please, if you've not already subscribed, please do so. And please, if you can, share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching the channel. Appreciate everyone who's been watching. And remember, don't be boring. Love to speak to you soon on another live stream. And please, please, please stay safe, wash your hands, and follow the rules. Thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.